Hugh Somerville, 5th Lord Somerville, was a Lord of the Parliament of Scotland. He is sometimes reckoned to be the 4th Lord Somerville. He succeeded his brother, John Somerville, 4th Lord Somerville. Hugh and John were sons of William Somerville, Master of Somerville, and Marjory Montgomerie. Hugh and Sir James Hamilton of Finett. Hugh Somerville was in dispute with his uncle Sir John Somerville of Cambusnethe, and John Somerville had forfeited his lands for his part in the fight in Edinburgh called Cleanse the Causeway. Hugh, Lord Somerville, benefited from John's loss. When Redbag gained the upper hand in his legal struggle against him in 1528, Hugh asked James Hamilton of Finett to be his backer. In April 1536, Hugh's son James married Agnes, the daughter of James Hamilton of Finett at Craignethan Castle. Later, Hugh sat on the assize that condemned Hamilton of Finett to death for treason on the 16th of August 1540. By Finett's death he gained the bailey of Carstairs. Hugh and Regent Arran. Hugh was captured by the English at the Battle of Solway Moss in 1542, and released in 1543. Henry VIII of England gave several of the Scottish prisoners presents of money on the 28th of January 1543. Somerville got £200. The English soldiers who had captured him, Richard Greme and John Briscoe of Caston, took the dispute over ransom money to the Privy Council, which asked the Duke of Suffolk to arbitrate. On his return to Scotland, Hugh became involved in a factional struggle against the Governor of Scotland, Regent Arran, and was associated with the Earl of Angus. On the 1st of November 1543, Hugh was imprisoned with Lord Maxwell in Edinburgh Castle. The Abbot of Paisley had kept the pair talking on the Royal Mile while waiting for a sergeant to arrest them in the name of Mary, Queen of Scots, and the Regent. Somerville was then taken to Blackness Castle. The English diplomat Ralph Sadler thought they had been foolish to come to Edinburgh, where their enemies the Regent and Cardinal Beaton had full control. Hugh's last letter of the 21st of March 1549 explains his position. He, and other Scottish lords captured at Solway Moss in 1542, had undertaken to promote the marriage of Mary to Prince Edward. In November 1543, he was planning to go to England with counsel for the marriage when Regent Arran captured him in Edinburgh. Hugh was writing in 1549 to Thomas Wharton for the return of his son James for 20 days, who was then a hostage in England in his father's place. On the 21st of October 1545, Hugh's second son John wrote to the Queen Dowager Mary of Guise from Cowtherley Castle. He said that Hugh, the Earl of Angus, and George Douglas and all the friends and favourites would resist the potential marriage of Regent Arran's son, James Hamilton, to Queen Mary. Despite rewards promised by the Hamiltons, he asked for her opinion, which was sent to Cowtherley and received by the Somervilles' ally James Douglas of Drumlanrig family. Hugh married Johnette Maitland in 1516. The children included Agnes Somerville, who was betrothed to John Tweedy younger of Drumelsia in 1533, Elizabeth Somerville, James Somerville, 6th Lord Somerville, John Somerville, Hugh Somerville, Michael Somerville, William Somerville. The principal residence of Lord Somerville was Cowtherley Castle, which Hugh rebuilt in style after gaining possession in 1524. Hugh Somerville died in 1549. He was buried in the Somerville aisle at Carnworth Church.